Hello, good morning. We're back here today at Wxline. Today we're going to go over the basic functions and menus in the WAVE interface, which is our transmitter. So the power button down here at the bottom, you'll notice that we have a dummy load antenna. Whenever you start your WAVE transmitter up, your interface, we recommend you always have a dummy load or a real antenna, a correct antenna connected to it. When it fires up, it's going to go ahead and run its program, and depending on the schedule that it's in, send out all the appropriate commands. It's a 24-hour clock here on the front. And here we have our main menu. So from here, we're going to go ahead and start with set the date and time. Select the setting that you want to change. So start with the year. Now it goes through the schedule, and because it changed the time, it has an appropriate schedule it needs to run. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's go main menu. Set schedules. You have a siren schedule. So the sirens are set to start at 7:30 in the morning every day, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, they're turned off according to this schedule. The strobes set to go off every day, 7 days a week, from 7:30 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. And then we have a sequencer schedule. It's also scheduled to run from 7 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. Let's say we want to go ahead and change the siren schedule. Click the reschedule button. Okay, we're going to turn these 2 days on. We're going to set the hours. If we want to change them all at the same time, we go set days, all days the same schedule. Okay, we start at 7:30, all days on time, and then all days off time, 7 p.m. Set the schedule. So now it's 7:30 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. Confirm, and we're done. Next, in the main menu, we have here our system configuration. So in here you have your transmitter configuration. You have your sirens set to go on with schedule, strobes, and sequencer. Now you can turn these on, always off, on 24/7 with the schedule, or finish, on schedule finish event. So this would be in the event that a storm comes, say at 6:55 in the evening. So it starts before your schedule ends, but it continues on until 8 o'clock. So with this setting, at 8 o'clock then, when the no lightning detected signal gets sent out, the horns would still sound the all clear. If it's just with schedule, as soon as it hits the 7 o'clock, then that's it. It doesn't sound anything else. Down here, you want to make sure you have your transmitter on. And this is saying that it's the way that's configured is with relays that will connect to your lightning data receiver. That's what LDR means. The main relay is set to go off on alarm when lightning is detected within 5 miles, and the auxiliary relay is when lightning is detected within 20 miles, it'll signal a caution. In your advanced configuration, you have a few more advanced features. You could turn this beeping on and off right there. You can add a pin protection if you want to make sure nobody can change your setting. You can have a warning siren if you choose. Warning strobe, caution siren, caution strobe. Now with the LDR relay configuration, you're not going to have warning or strobe because that resolution is only obtained by having an LDR V2 with a fiber connection to the interface that would connect right here. You also have a screensaver option, sequencer options, and a tone repeat option. Tone repeat, if you turn this on, then every 5 minutes the horns will sound the previous sound while you're in a lightning alert or 10 minutes, 15, 30, or you can just turn it off. Here you have options to set a new PIN number, change your tones. So you have all these different tones that are you can assign to the different signals that could be received by the station. You also have a relay configuration. Okay, if we look here at the relays, we see that there's 4 relays you can configure. These are the relays that are located here on the front or the bottom, depending on how you're looking at it, of the interface. These relays can be configured for one of 4 states, either alarm, caution, warning, or no lightning detected. And of course, you could just turn the relay off if you're not using it. To configure, you set the relay, or select which relay you want to configure. For example, relay 3, change it. We can have it set to caution. Now, when caution is received by the interface from the lightning data receiver, both relays 2 and 3 will close. If the storm goes into alarm, 2 and 3 will release, and then the alarm relay will close. So they're independent of each other, depending on the state that you have them set for. Click confirm and it saves that.
Next, we'll look at how to manually send transmitter codes to the wave stations in the field.
You'll see here on the transmitter codes in the send code a whole list of the different codes that can be sent out manually to the siren station to make it perform individual commands. Starting in the upper left-hand corner, you have our 4 legacy tones. And what we mean by that, if you had a legacy transmitter, a wave transmitter, there was a key switch on the side and a little dial. And on the dial it had alarm, tone 2, tone 3, and all clear. These buttons now do the exact same thing that that dial and key switch did. So if you click, this is the alarm one, all clear, tone 2, or tone 3, and tone 2. You will also have additional tones that can be sent, as well as strobe on, strobe off commands for each of the different strobe outputs. In addition to that, you can do it all strobes off, all strobes on. You can also go test message. So it'll send a message to all the stations, and that'll make the little yellow light on the side flash so that you know that you got the message. There's sequence on, sequence off, and of course back. You can also set up a whole test if you want to go ahead and run say 20 minutes of test messages so that you can get in your cart and run out and go check all of the stations in the field. Click that, you start here, and when this gets to the top of the minute, as it says here, test transmission will be sent at the start of every minute for the number of transmissions selected. So this will run 20 minutes. When this gets to 00, it'll send 1, and then you'll see a 1 here. You also have the manual relay output. So if you wanted to test after you set your relays up, connections up here for, like I said, alarm and caution or whatever you set them to, you can manually test it. You can hear the relay clicking. Also have here our system status, which is a neat screen. Shows you all in one glance an overview of your wave interface, how it's, what's going on with it. So you have here the time, the date, your current alert state. And again, this is based off the relays that it's reading, which it's not connected to, so it thinks it's in it all clear, but no lightning detected. Here you have the description of how you have your input relays configured. So you have the 2 relays that are controlling the wave interface. The primary one is set to a 5-mile alarm range, to a 5-mile alert, and the auxiliary one is set to 20 miles. Then you have your relay outputs here in the front, and it's just showing the current status. If it was active, it would be green in this box if the relay was closed. On this side here, you have your current system status. So the system, the sirens are active, strobes are active, sequencer is active, It's not connected with fiber optic communication, that's fine. It's on external power, which means it's plugged in. It says that the transmitter is online and it's currently charging the batteries at 13.69 volts. Down here you have a description of your schedule. Strobes are inside the operational hours and the deactivation time will be today, Wednesday at 7 p.m. or 1900. Same thing with the strobes and the sequencer as well. So it gives you an overview, just a glimpse. Over here you have your transmitter log. So this is going to show you the last thing that was sent out, the last time it was powered up. There is the manual alerts, and this is if you wanted to take control of the WAVE interface and not allow it to do its automated job. Please keep in mind, once you're in this page, it will stay in this page until you leave this page, because you've basically taken control over. You said, I want to do everything manually. When lightning comes, if you're in this page, you're not going to trigger into the alarm. So you don't want to be in this page unless you're using it currently for something specific. Say you needed to pause the whole system for some reason. Just put it on hold. It'll just stay exactly where it's at until you come back and unpause it. If you wanted to call a manual alarm for some reason, you could simply click on the alarm one. You could click on the warning one. So you have full manual controls in here. For more details on how those work, please consult the user's guide. A few other things: there's a manual siren, manual strobe. You can resend the tone. So if you click this button, it'll send out an alarm tone and turn on the strobes. If you have this off and you click this button, it'll send out the alarm tone and it won't turn on the strobe. We do have a contact us page. Gives you the information, the serial number, the version, our number here. Thanks again for your attention. Please let us know if you have any questions.